Hello and welcome to this first click-by-click series of tutorials on Learning Excel 2010. In this series you'll learn a number of basic techniques to get you started in using Excel. If you want to practice the techniques shown in these videos, you can get the written instructions along with the exercise files and video tutorials from www.WizzyBooks.com. In this lesson we'll have a look at how we adjust column widths in Excel. The first thing we need to do is to open the file that we want to work on. So to open a file, I'm going to use the keyboard shortcut Control and O. That will open the Open File dialog box. And if you've been following the previous exercises, you should have a folder containing your exercise files. My folder's on a removable drive called Store and Go, and there's my exercise files. If you've done the previous lessons, you should have a file in here called My Beverage Sales. That's the one we want to open. If you don't have this file, you can open up Beverage Sales 01. I've got the file down here, so I'm going to open this one up, My Beverage Sales. So we can see that this file needs a bit of tidying up. The word chocolate here completely fills the cell, and there's no space between the end of chocolate and the beginning of the milk. So what we need to do is to increase the width of column D so that chocolate looks a little better. Also, if we look over here, we've got orange juice, and the juice part of the word flows over into the next cell. So we want to make column F a little bit wider as well. So what we'll do is we'll use two different methods of adjusting the width of the column. We'll start off in column D with the chocolate entry, and if I hover my mouse over the column heading and right click, the shortcut menu will appear, and in there you have the column widths option. If I click on that, the column widths dialog box will open, and it's currently set to 8.43. So I'm going to increase this to size 12. So if I just type in 12 and say OK, column D is then adjusted and the word chocolate looks much better. Okay, let's have a look at column F. We're going to adjust the width of this one in a slightly different way. Let's take our cursor up into the column heading, and we'll hold the cursor just between the F and the G columns, and our cursor will change to a vertical line with two horizontal arrows. If I click and hold my mouse down, you'll see the line between the two columns changes to a dotted line, and the width of this cell is displayed in the little text box above. With my mouse button held down, all I need to do now is drag to the right, and we can see the line underneath the cursor, and that will represent the width of this column. We can also see that the figure of the width in the text box above has changed. So if I now release the mouse button, column F is adjusted and orange juice now fits neatly in the cell. If I just undo that for a second, I can use a similar method by hovering my mouse between the two column headings and simply double clicking, and that will automatically adjust the width of column F to fit the widest entry in that column. So that's how we adjust column widths in Excel.